nothing easy under the sun. No good deed goes unpunished. And if it's worth doing, you got to roll up your sleeve and get it done. I mean, is that your story, or is that just me and David? If you got to do something good, is it going to be hard? Take work? For David, chosen to be king, chased for his life, even though he's doing the right thing. And eventually he fills the role that God calls him to because God called him to. For you, what were you chosen to be? What were you called to? Many of you chosen to be a parent. Is that easy?
No.
Yeah, the newest parent said it loudest. Yeah. No, to have them and raise them and hold on to your marriage and your sanity, is that easy? Of course not. And for parents, do you ever feel like there's just some little people chasing you down and you just want to hide in the rock? Yep. It's like you're on this side of the house and they're looking for you, Mom, Mom, Mom. So you want to go into the bathroom and hide, right? That's how it works. It's hard work. And then you find these moments. I don't know whether it happens when they're like 6 months old or 18 or 30. You find these moments. This is what I was meant to do. This is fulfilling. Now I know why I put up with all that. And parents, I suppose that is so meaningful for you. You get a lot out of raising them right. But the point of being mom or dad, foster, step, grandparent, whatever, the point is to help another person grow. Amen?
Amen.
Or maybe, not a parent, maybe you are a parent, but maybe you're chosen to serve people in some way. Nurse, or teacher, or musician, or it can be a pleasant waitress, or a lawyer who's always on the side of the underprivileged. Or however you spend your time making the world better through your job. Was every day perfect?
No.
Was every day easy in your job?
No.
No. Wait, I'm not supposed to say that left. No. Did you win every grant? Did you win every case? After school, did every kid appreciate you? If you're a waitress, is every customer, you're so nice to them. Were they nice to you? No. When you're doing something really meaningful, is everyone always on your side? Of course not. Because we have to scratch and claw and develop patience. And sometimes you feel alone. And maybe you wonder, is this the right path? Is this where I'm supposed to be? Until it turns out, yes, this is the right. Something happens. Somehow there's this thing that shines on you and says, yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. And maybe the supporters line up. And someone says, thank you in an important way. And the volunteers show up. And people get healed. And your work matters. Your work matters. And of course that feels good. You feel special about having that role. You feel important. But the point of being a servant is to serve. Amen? The point is to improve their lives however you can. However you can work in your context with other people to make the world better. Now David was chosen for something he couldn't have expected. That initial scene where they go down from the oldest brother to the oldest brother, and then there's 7 brothers, and they don't even, David's like out in the fields, and he's way younger than his other brothers, but at 8 or 9, he had no clue what it would be to be chosen to be king. But he learned leadership, not without risk. Someone was trying to kill him. He learned to trust God, not without dark valleys. That's what we've all read in Psalm 23. He learned how important his role was because other people were assaulting him. And here's a hint I've learned in my life. When people are really, really upset at you, either you've done something really wrong or you're really right. If people are mad at you. Or it's not about you, so it's not really him. It's just my experience. If people are really mad at me, I tend to think, I'm probably doing something right. But eventually, David kept at it. And eventually, 12 other leaders that represented the whole community who stood for everybody, they came to him and confirmed, this is who you are. You belong here. God has called you to this. You've always been meant for this. It's not his calling. It's not your calling just because you're capable. If you're capable of doing something with great impact, that's a good fit for a good job. Awesome. Good for you. It's your calling when you get to shape the world toward God's vision of a community of peace and justice. It's your calling when you're given responsibility to rehearse the kingdom of God here on earth, which might feel great. It might feel fulfilling. It might fill your heart. Some religions even call this salvation or nirvana or enlightenment. But the point of a calling is to make other people feel the love at the heartbeat of the world. The point of a calling is to create peace for others to flourish. The point of a calling is to take your part in the dance of grace with all these partners. And that is why I believe you are here. I believe that's why you're here. That we're all called to be part of these pews. A family reunion every Sunday for a purpose. A gathering to make alive the best dreams you have for the world that a sudden something is shown to us, we can't envision the full power that our hope has for our community. We live out these little shadows, but there's a heavy new reality drawing itself out of this place, easing out of our hearts. And it's not easy. Some of the work hurts, and it takes way too much work. And someone's always breaking it, and that's so hard to deal with. And well, how do we have patience for them? And how do we work through that problem? And half the time I'm writing this sermon I wrote in an IHOP, which is rare for me. That's maybe a first. But sometimes I'm sitting in the back trying to write a sermon. Like 5 people come in. It's like, geez, why you got to tell me about your problems? I'm trying to work on a sermon here. Then I recognize I don't have to run to a coffee shop and hide in a little corner. But maybe in my better moments, I'm called to be here, to be part of lives, not just to say something, because most of you really don't even listen to sermons, I bet. Most of you come here, you listen to Daniel, you have some interactions with your friends here, you connect with friends, and once in a while, something, whether it's a song or you see Maya come to be liturgist, or someone says something that just kind of touches your heart, and you think, okay, there's something there, and you appreciate having this. It's not the content of what I say, it's something about this that you appreciate, and it gets you here. It's good to know that you can join on your terms. Or maybe you feel eventually, because it's been working, you volunteer for something. You volunteer for fellowship, or to help with the kids, or socks and sandwiches, or you carry big logs for the wood bank. And all of a sudden, you see this, you do something, and you see how it matters. And then someone else sees it, and they pat your back in the middle of the service because you've done something. And eventually someone sees this glimmer in your life where you keep doing these things that contribute to this community of hope. And I don't know how it happened, but all of a sudden, through all these little annoyances and big annoyances, you see God working here through you, through us. And all of a sudden, a dozen people come and confirm, you belong here. You were brought here for a purpose. God's sneaky that way. And that's called. When you find the space where that thing that makes you you, fitting right alongside the need the world has, some people call it, I'm going to add more to that. It's that place that there's something in you that makes you you, and there's something in the world that has this great need that you can fit. When those two come together in order to spread love near and far, that makes all the difference for a life well lived. So eventually you choose every week, every month, 3 times a year, however the Spirit catches you. You get called here. You get wrapped up in our story. And you end up helping them. And you end up becoming an us. And that's God's calling. Whether you're a king or whether you're just you, we all have a place where we have been invited by God.